yep, we'll clear land, we'll do whatever you want, but Monroe County just seems to be way behind in trying to get these things to happen for us, from what I hear. You know, just trying to figure that out.
Lucas County has an advantage because the head of Timagog, Tony Riam, was the city manager in Toledo for a long time. So he knows where to go to get things done, and he will get it done.
Okay, well, we can move on to the next question, which is what do local businesses in Monroe need from state government? I know you guys touched on that a little bit, but if there's anything more you wanted to share.
Reduce our taxes, reduce all this stuff we have to pay so that we can make it. You know, the box stores in my business still, you know, they sell a dozen roses that I can't even buy it for. So those are, you know, those, I'd like to shut down. Not possible. Well, service. Customer service, that's what I got. I deliver them, I replace them, my plants don't have bugs. You know, it's a quality thing. That's what I have done.
I'd relish the fact that the Starbucks had opened right next to me. I'd kick their ass all day long. I'm just telling you the truth. I've had more Starbucks converts coming over and saying, I could build a cup of coffee next to Starbucks and take them on without any problem. And it's absolutely correct. It's got to be customer service. It's got to be customer service. People have to feel great when they leave your business. They want to. They remember how you made them feel. You know, you could tell them or sell them some offbeat roses, but if you made them feel really good, they're coming back. I mean, that's what drives small business, is the fact that we're passionate. I just read something, I read a lot of books, so in The Great Game of Business, they talk a lot about, you know, getting your people all involved in the business. So every one of my employees knows how much I make every day. They're totally aware of everything in my business that goes on. We're a team all together. So they make sure that their customer service is on point and that everybody knows everything about my business. People are going to come in and buy a $2 cup of coffee have to know why I'm better than Starbucks. Besides the taste, you know, what our coffee's all about. We're a direct trade coffee, so I deal directly with growers. I don't, you know, go to farmers and make sure their kids are slave laborers and all that stuff. We're direct trade. That's all we deal with. That's why I'm better.
I have a complaint.
Complaint?
Yes, I do. You started a fight last year.
Uh-oh.
You did. You only had one rhubarb pie. Fortunately, Dan agreed to share it with the rest of us. Homemade stuff from locally grown rhubarb and locally grown berries. Awesome. Awesome.
And that is something that people need to know, okay? In my business, for instance, there's several different companies out there that call themselves flower shops. There's From You Flowers, 1-800-FPD. They're not local. They are not local. And I am big on local.
You market yourself.
I do. I'm on Facebook. I put those, you know, buy local, do all that stuff. Those kind of companies take, well, for instance, we'll use From You Flowers. They're going to sell an arrangement on there for $34.99, okay, which is wonderful. When you get down to it, you got a $19.99 fee for this, you got a $10 fee for this, you got an $8 fee for this, and people don't think they use it. So, but when that order gets to me, and they send it to me, I get it for $34.99. So these people they're not getting their money, you know, and those are things that I think that the state and, you know, Washington, all that, really need to look at this, because people are getting ripped off. So those are things that really do hurt me.
There's one other thing that I know that other businesses will tell you, and you probably tell me the same thing. We have no regulation currently over these credit card companies, so they're they'll rip you off like there's no tomorrow. In a small business, the rates change all the time. I mean, you always have to be diligent, and then they lock you into these rates. You're here for 3 years, and then they just start jacking the price up, and oh, it's gonna cost you $1,000 if you sign this contract. You know, oh yeah, I hear that from all kinds of
Most
businesses.
people are using the Square. Have you done that at all?
No.
Too expensive.
Too expensive.
I do mine through, well, because I'm a member of FTD, because it's a little bit cheaper because of the order thing, okay, but they're killing us anyway. American Express is a horrible card to have. Most places don't want to take it anymore because of the interest we have to pay. So,
But it's not regulated.
right.
Do you think down there?
I just wanted to make a comment on what Mark said before. People don't always remember what you say or what you do, but they do remember how you made them feel. And that is a really big thing. If you think back all through your life, think of the teachers you had, how they made you feel. You might not even remember their names, or store clerks or anybody. So people walk away from you if they feel good about you. That's positive for you.
Well, I think we can open it to Q&A for everybody now. If anybody has any questions, the panel can answer collectively and individually, however you guys want to do that.
I would just like to, Holly and I are from Luna Pier. I'm the president of the Luna Pier Business Association. We would let you join.
We've got a cafe for sale right now, right downtown by the beach.
The horror story in our town, if any of you have ever been to Luna Pier, when you come off the expressway from Toledo to the exit ramp, sitting back here is this strip mall. You turn right on Luna Pier Road, there's no entrance to get into the strip mall. You have to go past a restaurant, down a side street, in the back. State of Michigan, and I understand that we're getting closer, but there's you can't have an opening within 500 feet or so of a ramp, an expressway ramp, and the
Except
city's
for a
been
gas
fighting with
station,
them.
the gas station.
Gas stations can, they
Oil
get exempted.
can.
But, I mean, this poor, we personally know the people that own this little strip mall, and they're losing
Everybody
businesses
moves
all
out.
the time because people can't get to them.
Right.
And it's the state government, they got these blinders on, they read their rules, the rules say that, you know, you can't be close to an exit ramp. Well, I understand for safety reasons. This is Luna Pier, nobody gets off the exit ramp. And, you know, but it's just a fine example of what a mess it is.
Well, that's a lack of coordination between the local planning agency, because when they did their.
I'm the chairman of the planning commission.
No,
but it's the
You
state of
talked to
Michigan.
MDOT. When the site plan came forward, did
There was no site, I mean, that's been there forever. It's been like that.
So, because I know when we were in Saline, we had a new development, and we had the same problem. We actually lost the first developer because
Yeah,
it
you
was less than
probably would.
500
Yeah.
feet from Michigan Avenue and South Industrial. And I'm friends with a guy now. He does developments all over the world, and he said I left because you couldn't do that access. And at the time, I mean, Michigan Avenue is the highest traveled two-lane highway in the state of Michigan, has been for many years, and it was right where it was going from 2 lanes in the city to narrow. And so I could see the point of view of, you know, maybe someday down the road there'll be more development and it could cause safety issues. I don't really know the
Well, Luna
circumstances.
Pier goes 2 blocks into Lake Erie.
They should have.
And the ramp comes up to it, and that's it.
MDOT should have been part of.
But they've been dealing with the state, and last time I talked to the mayor, he said they think they might be getting somewhere. All they wanna do is go to the far end of their strip mall and put in
And
a
how many
little.
feet away would that be from the exit?
Probably, more than 300.
And the gas station has big driveways all across, right across the street. Everybody drinks in there.
Anyway.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to share or comment?
Until recently, I was on the community college board of trustees, so I'm really involved in education here in the county. And I had this suggestion that, I don't know if the state could start some kind of a grant program where any of the community colleges in the state that want to start an entrepreneurial program, you know, where A to Z, this is how you do, this is how you set up your business. These are the pitfalls you have to avoid. Having an internship with a business owner that's already been through all that, so that you learn all that before you put your money down and have your building and everything else ready to go.
That's a good idea to talk to Cujo about that.
The Kojo.
Because
Not Cujo.
Sorry.
Kojo.
I call him Cujo. I say that to his face.